Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 back at it with another video for you guys, and I'm back with another Dragon Ball Super manga chapter review. For you guys, listen. Dragon Ball Super. In terms of the manga, I thought it's been all right. Still not the best. Obviously, we got new news about the movie Dragon Ball Super Superhero because they've been really lacking. We've essentially got not a confirmation date when we in the States are going to get it or the rest of the world's going to get it. But we know that apparently for us, we're going to get the film in the summertime, which, okay, fine by me. I'm not in no rush to see it because I'm not like super duper hyped up for this film, but I guess I'll go to theaters and watch it. And then also, obviously, the biggest news to come out of yesterday for Dragon Ball Super, up to this point, other than I guess you can say this chapter, is the fact that Goten and Trunks finally aged, and they're at least teenagers now, and they look taller and everything, which is good. Honestly, if you ask me, that's been the number one thing I've been saying. Give the fans what they want. We want to see an older Trunks and an older Goten, and now we got them, which again, I don't know how far in line Dragon Ball Super Bro or Superhero is in terms of the timeline of the 10-year time skip, but it definitely seems like we might be actually getting closer to the end of Z tournament than we are. We don't know where the movie takes place, especially with the Granolah arc in this full operational and fold, but it'd be very interesting. It's funny enough because I got into I wouldn't say a spat fest, but a spat fest, kind of a discussion with another Dragon Ball YouTuber, talking about the timeline. He thought it was 5-year timeline, but I'm like, no, dude, it's a 10-year timeline. But he doesn't believe me, but it is what it is. So whatever. It's 10-year time skip, guys. A 10-year time skip from the end of the Buu saga to the end of Z. So yeah. But anyways, let's talk about this week's or this month's manga chapter for Dragon Ball Super. And what I thought was, well, a solid chapter because it's just a fight between Goku and Gas. Anyways, this is Dragon Ball Super chapter 81 titled Goku's Conflicts and everything. So obviously Alex showing up at the battlefield and everything, and this is what we see. So we see Gas essentially just use telekinesis or some sort of magic spell or something like that to make Goku and Vegeta's bodies heavier, and Goku and Vegeta's body, they're just like, we can't freaking move or anything, and if anything, we got to stay composed, otherwise he's gonna crush us and everything and stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, Granolah gets back involved, but he's going for Elect this time, and stuff like that. And essentially he's like, I'm gonna get payback for what you did to me by killing my mother and everything and stuff like that. But Gas essentially teleports them to different areas and stuff like that. And essentially, it looks like, Granolah, come on, man, I'm your employer. I'm your boss. Employers don't hit their bosses like that. I'm like, well, I don't know that. Maybe there are some employers out there that actually hit their bosses. I don't know. And essentially Alex like, dude, after all this time, I decided to let you live, man. I let you, yeah, I killed your mom, but I let you live. I really just said, you know what? I could have killed you when you were a little kid, but I spared your life. And now you want to kill me? Yeah, Alec was in this chapter was kind of the guy that was like the sniveling dude who's like, please, you think you got me, but I don't. Again, I will, humbly admit I do like the Heaters group in terms of Gas and Alec, because especially Alec, because I think he's just like the type of leader that's just kind of the guy instigating he is the guy that's instigating everything, and he's truly the mastermind behind this whole grand plan he wants to accomplish, and he'll do it at any cost necessary. And just as back talk of being so arrogant and so cocky about the position he's in, because right now he's thinking like, oh, I got these guys. I'm going to kill the Saints. I'm going to kill Granolah. You know what? Maybe shockingly they'll bow down and they'll obey me and stuff like that. So, yeah. And Granola's obviously like, please, if it was not for you, my mother would have died, as well as other people on the planet would have died and everything and stuff like that. So you know, it looks like Granola's charging up an attack to attack Elect, but then all of a sudden Gas comes out of nowhere, kicks his freaking arms up, and essentially shatters his forearms and breaks his arm worse than how 18 broke Vegeta's arm back in the Android saga. Like, my goodness, came up and kicked those bad boys with the force of a truck. So obviously this takes Granolah out and everything. Gas essentially shoots Granolah over to Elect. Elect catches him, and Elect's just like, thank you for everything you've done for us, but I'm gonna kill you just like how I killed your mommy. Which I'm like, oh my god, this man Elect is calling Granolah his mother, his mommy. And he shoots Granolah with his pistol. Now, okay, some people you can say, but how I'm like, we're in the era of people where Belaster guns shouldn't not affect them. But listen here, in my opinion, I don't have a problem with it because Granolah has been severely weakened, and stuff like that. Especially the standpoint he just broke, his arms just broke. So I wouldn't be shocked that all his guard is all down, and plus he's like damn near beaten to a pulp, and everything. And he's probably, exhausted and tired, and he barely has any stamina left and everything. So his guard's gonna be down and everything. So I think it completely makes sense that a pistol gun would work on Granolah. It probably didn't have insane effects because he is a fighter, or because he is a fighter. But it clearly did enough damage to take him out. And personally, I'm fine with it. It's a lot better than, say, when Goku got shot by Sorbet's freaking ray gun, his ring ray laser gun. So I'll say that. It's better than that. So yeah. Anyways, Granola's shut down. Goku, Minato, and Vegeta, they're all shocked about this and everything and stuff like that. And essentially it's like, that was a long time coming. I'm sorry, Gas. I didn't mean to take your kill and everything, but Gas is like, it's okay. I wasn't getting interested in him anyways. Vegeta gives Goku some of his energy, and he's like, dude, use this energy and finish this clown off, please. And everything. So yeah, you're the last hope we got. So yeah. Now, Gas ends up telling Elect, like, I felt conflicted earlier about my power, but when I truly realized it, I found it was necessary that I become the world's strongest and everything, or the universe's strongest, stuff like that. He goes on to say, thank you for the wish, I'm grateful to you and everything. And obviously Elect's like, oh please, anything for my little brother and stuff like that. Elect's like, well, you're not done yet, you got to finish off the two Saiyans, so yeah, do that. Goku's in his Super Saiyan blue form, and he's ready to fight he's ready to fight Gas. Essentially Goku's charging at Gas, and he's getting some attacks on and everything, but Gas is still dodging it enough and everything. Gas is pretty shocked that Goku broke free of his spell, and Goku's like, well, it's going to be taking a lot more for me to stop. He also then tries to reason with Gas by saying your typical Goku speech of, I really don't have to fight you. I don't have no reasons to fight you. Let's just leave this peacefully and let's go our separate ways and stuff like that. And essentially, what is it? Gas is like, so you're very calm and you're trying to collect yourself. Aren't you mad that I just did to Granolah what I just did to Granolah? Essentially, Goku says, yeah, I am mad, but in order for me to use my special technique, I have to stay calm and collected, which is what I always thought Ultra Instinct was about. The one thing about the Moro arc I hated was the fact that seemingly they used they used Miras's like supposed death at the time to be a way of having Goku, get mad, transform into Ultra Instinct, and I didn't like that. But here we know that Ultra Instinct, you have to be calm, and we already know Ultra Instinct, you have to be essentially calm and collected. And I love this here because it's like Goku has to stay calm and collected. If he lets his anger get the best of him, he'll mess up, doing Ultra Instinct and everything. But if he stays cool, calm, and collected, he'll be able to use Ultra Instinct essentially better and more efficiently than before. So I definitely did like that and everything and stuff like that. So yeah. Anyways, we see the fight with Granolah. I mean, not Granolah. Goku and Gas, and essentially Gas. This entire fight with Goku is just using his telekinesis on, figments of the things he pulls out of these worlds. Like we see like these spike traps. He's trying to end up with, smashing Goku with all these, spikes and everything. I thought that was pretty cool. He ends up using some of the rubble or debris from the old Cerulean city, especially like the one subway train area, which I thought was pretty cool. You had a like subway fight. You had a fight on top of this subway train and everything, which was pretty dang cool and pretty dang badass. Honestly, I have to admit, I've given this arc a lot of shit in my last chapter reviews over the last few months, but I am willing to admit that this was really freaking good, like really freaking good. So I definitely did enjoy that and everything, and I thought it was pretty damn badass, and stuff like that in terms of stuff for Dragon Ball Super, and everything. So yeah. Anyways, Gas is getting the upper hand on our boy Goku, and essentially, the one thing he's seeing through this, I guess you can say, subway fight, he's like, you do not have an inch of the fire your father had in his eyes and everything. And I did like the fact that Goku acknowledged this. He's like, listen, dude, I bumped my head when I was a kid, so I have no memory of my dad and the other Saiyans that I potentially grew up with. So I don't know truly anything. And Gaz was like, oh, no, that makes more sense. Well, I'm still going to kill you here, so who cares and everything. And stuff like that. So yeah, anyways, that ends up, we see a whole scene which is honestly somewhat similar. It's not similar to the fight against Frieza when Vegeta was doing it, or when Vegeta was fighting Frieza, because this time Goku's actually trapped within the water and everything, and Goku's trying, it looks like, Gas is like, I'm gonna drown you now and stuff like that, but Goku fires off an energy blast. Gas catches it, reflects it back at Goku, creates a big explosion, but Goku manages to get up out of there, and just quickly, and he's still okay and everything. But then they look over and Manito's healing Granolah, and that's when Gas is like, just like how Frieza was back in the Frieza saga, was like, oh, so that's how these freaks keep coming back like cockroaches. Even though Dende did it a lot more efficiently, because Manito can barely bring people back if they're on the brink of death, so I don't really blame them. Makes no sense, but okay, sure. And stuff like that. Anyways. I'm going to continue on. Anyways, he's charging at Manito to go kill him, but Goku grabs the top of him. He uses instant transmission. He essentially transports him to a different planet where we cut over to the said planet. Jocko's there, and he's just kind of like, I guess, doing Jocko things, and everything. So Goku essentially picked up his energy, transported him there to where Jocko was at, because he goes on to tell you when he sees Jocko, he's like, thank you, Jocko, that you were somewhere nearby. And I'm like, okay, sure. And it's funny because Jocko's like, he's like, nothing's really been happening crazy on this planet. All of a sudden you get some hecticness and craziness. But anyways, Goku runs into Jocko again. I guess that's good. And throughout this whole thing, Goku's telling Gas, like, our Gas tells Goku at first, like, seems like your instant teleportation or your instant transmission is actually pretty dang good. And essentially Goku's like, well, yeah, it's better than most, especially better than your usage of it, because I've been training for it for years and years. Essentially establishing the whole fact, again, because this whole point about this whole arc is, I guess you can say, the point about this whole arc is, training over years and years of more experience is a lot better than gaining the power from a wish, is the whole thing. You have to train to learn these abilities. So essentially, I guess you could say they have an instant transmission one-off, and essentially Grass is like, okay, I'll show you what I can do better and stuff like that. And that's kind of where the chapter ends off and everything. As I'm going through the chapter again, yeah, it's kind of where the chapter ends off and stuff like that. And Gas is like, don't underestimate my power. And then he vanishes to wherever Goku vanished. And I guess we'll find that out starting next month's manga chapter. And like I said, it ends off the chapter with Jocko essentially saying like, "Oh boy, whoa, yeah, great. Goku's fighting another bad guy. Who didn't see that coming in?" Yeah, that's where the chapter ends. Again, I thought this chapter was a solid chapter. I like the fighting environment with Goku and Gas, and stuff like that. Definitely the end of the Granolah arc is coming soon. And we're gonna get into the new arc or the next arc of this story. Again, despite where this next arc will take us, I don't know. Because we got a movie coming out and everything, but yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. We're gonna see what's gonna happen next, but other than that, that's kind of it. So yeah, but I thought this chapter was good. I like the fight between Goku and Gas. I wonder what's gonna happen with Granolah. I feel maybe he might get healed and do something. We'll see. Don't know what's going on. I'm guessing Alec and others are waiting for whenever they get back and stuff like that. So yeah, but that's kind of it. We're just gonna have to wait till whenever the next chapter comes out. So yeah, but anyways, if you guys like the video, leave a like, put in the comment section your thoughts on this week's episode. Why do I keep doing this one for my chapter reviews? This month's chapter for Dragon Ball Super. Again, put in the comment section too your thoughts on the Dragon Ball Super superhero news if you want to, about Goten and Trunks aging into teenagers now and stuff like that. So yeah, as well as hit the subscribe button if you want to get more Dragon Ball Super content and stuff like that. But other than that, I'm going to get out of here because I gotta make more manga videos for My Hero and Black Clover. Great. So anyways, I'm gonna get out of here, guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day or night or whichever this video. Until then, guys, I'll catch you guys in next month's Dragon Ball Super manga chapter or the next video on the channel. Anyways, guys, catch you guys later. Stay safe out there. See you guys later. Peace.